Hey, doctor. Today I want to talk about same-day treatment. Same-day treatment is really important here at Gold Coast Dental because, as you remember, one of the key reasons that patients decide to come to Gold Coast Dental is for convenience. It's the hours that we're open, the days that we're open, being able to be seen same day, and then getting same-day treatment done. When patients aren't able to get same treatment done, it causes a lot of problems. One is that the patient has to come back. And as cozy as we might think these chairs are, patients actually would prefer not to have to come back to the dental office to come in for another visit. They'd rather get it taken care of right away. You can imagine yourself. Imagine that something goes wrong with your car. You got to take it into the shop to get it fixed, and the guy has you come back 2 or 3 times. Right? So you got to take time off work or away from your family, drive the car in, leave it there. You're sitting in the waiting room. At the mechanic shop, you're like, when is this going to be over? You just would rather just go in, get it knocked out, get it taken care of in one visit. And our patients are the same way. They're the same way, so much that I'm going to read you a review. This is an actual review written by a patient. It was a 1-star review. It says this: not good at all. Looks like that office didn't need patients. After 2 visits and 1 month in between, they still didn't start any work. I wouldn't advise any people I know to use their services. Imagine that. I mean, a lot of times when I talk with doctors, they're almost like scared of, hey, I don't want to push this patient too hard to get them to do the work same day. I kind of want to play it easy. And yet we have patients that are complaining like, hey, I've gone in there and they're not doing any of the work. I need to get my work done. This guy that came in here twice to get his work done is now going to go somewhere else and pay somebody else to do his work because he just wants to have the work done. Again, I take it back to the auto mechanic. I don't know, maybe you love going to the auto mechanic, but most people don't, right? So imagine you go to the mechanic once. He says, okay, I need to think about this and have you come back again. You go in a second time. The guy still doesn't do it. And at some point, you write a review just like this. Dude, I took my car in there twice. He didn't fix anything. I got to take it somewhere else. The guy clearly doesn't know what he's doing. So the patients are thinking the same thing. When they come into our dental office, they know that they have something going on. That's why they called us in the first place. And they want to get it fixed. They want to get it fixed as quickly as possible. So providing that same day treatment is extremely, extremely important. The second thing is, a lot of things can happen. Say, if I'm in here on a Tuesday and you reappoint me for Friday, a lot of things can happen between today and Friday, right? And there's dramatic things that can happen, but there's a lot of smaller things that can happen. I might talk with somebody, right? I might tell a friend, oh, I need to get a root canal done. And my friend might say, hey, oh, my goodness, my dentist is great. You should try him out, right? Or, oh, my buddy, he went to Mexico and he got one done for $100. You may want to look into that. Or they might go on Google and look something up and decide that, oh, you know what, root canals are, oh, I want some natural holistic treatment, pack some herbs in there and stay. All kinds of little things can happen between today and whenever it is that you appoint the patient, right? They may go out with friends and suddenly the money's not there. They may talk to their wife and their wife's like, you can't spend that money. I want to spend it on some new shoes. There's all kinds of things that can happen. The pain might go away, right? This is certainly something that we've all seen many, many times, right? Patient comes in, they're in pain, and they've been in pain for a few days, and then it's like we push them out. Okay, we'll come back in a week and we'll get that root canal done for you. And then 4 days later, it basically dies off. The nerve dies off. They're no longer in pain. It fixed itself. I don't need to get that treatment done. How amazing! I just saved myself some money. So a lot of things can happen between now and whenever it is that you appoint the patient. So getting the treatment done today, one is, it is the reason that patients come to Gold Coast Dental, is for that same day, open now, get you in now, get your work done now. That's why patients choose Gold Coast Dental. And the second thing is, it's really good for the provider and for the business, obviously, because we're able to get the work done today rather than having to reappoint the person, reconfirm the person, reset up the chair. I mean, you just think of all the time and expenses and costs that go into that for the business and for you, right? As well. That person now is going to fill up a new block on your schedule that would take away from somebody else being able to fit on the schedule. So a lot of reasons for both the patient and for you, the business, to get the treatment done same day. So how do we do it? Very good question. So for the new patients that come in, when the treatment coordinators are doing the new patient interview, they're talking about, hey, we're going to get this done for you today. It's really important then for the doctor to then continue on with that type of verbiage, right? So say a patient comes in, they're having pain on the lower left. You're going to come in, you're going to sit down and talk with them about you're going to do the exam and talk with them about their treatment. I would use words like, of course, we're going to get that taken care of for you today, but we want to see what else might be going on as well, right? So it throws into the patient's mind, hey, something is going to get done today, right? We're doing some sort of work today. And you just toss it out there, and you don't ask them, do you want to do this today? Right? Don't ask them the question, because then they could say no, and it kind of creates a little bit of conflict between you and them. You just say things like, we'll get that taken care of for you today. Of course, we'll get that done today. We'll get that handled today. We'll get you out of pain today. You're just making a statement, right? And patients will just, even if they don't have any intent of getting any work done today, they're not going to like stop you and say no. You're just doing the exam. So during the exam, you're using words like, we're going to get that taken care of for you today, or of course we'll get that, get you out of pain today. Just use the word today, 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 and it puts a little seed in the patient's mind that, hey, this isn't just an examination appointment. This is a get work done appointment. And that's key to have in the patient's mind as you're continuing on with your examination. So I think that's probably the key piece that the doctor can do. I mean, there's things that a hygienist can do and a back office person can do as well about saying today, 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 get your work done today. But the doctor, I think, is one of the key ones, and saying, hey, we'll get that taken care of. Of course, we'll get that taken care of for you today, but I want to look at everything else that's going on as well, right? This would be a really common one if the patient's having any sort of pain or discomfort and you want to do a comprehensive exam. You go in, introduce yourself, and then you ask the patient what's going on. Oh, you have pain on your lower left. Fantastic, I understand that. Of course, we're going to get that taken care of for you today, but I want to take a look at the rest of your mouth, see what else is going on so we can avoid this type of problem in the future, right? And then you just dive in, and you've already planted the seed that today we're going to be taking care of this. So if you can follow, if you have the proper mindset as a dentist, if you have the proper mindset of we're going to get work done today, and then you use just that one key phrase as you're either beginning or during your examination, we're going to be taking care of that for you today. Just use that one phrase. You're going to see your same day starts go up significantly. We all know that same day starts leads to higher production for the doctor. And to be honest with you, based on the reviews that we read, happier patients as well. Thank you very much, doctor. Have a great day.